8 wins and 1 defeat. From Port Talbot, Wales, Conor McIntosh. And his opponent in the red corner wearing the cream shorts. He stands with his head trainer, Roy Jones Jr. Weighing in at 130 pounds, his record, 10 wins and 1 defeat. 7 wins coming by way of knockout. From Cayman, India, Mandeep Jangra.
Okay, gentlemen, you both are going to be representing your countries fighting for a world title fight. I want 12 rounds of clean boxing. I don't want to see anything back here, back there, or here's his belt line, nothing below this here. This is perfect right here. Are you looking, listening? Okay, just touch him up. Let's take care of business.
Well, there's the referee with his final instructions, and now we are underway. 12 3-minute rounds for the WBF Super Featherweight Title. Mandeep Jangra from India against Conor McIntosh from Wales.
Okay, gentlemen, have a seat. Have a seat. Ready? Let's go.
Here we go, beginning of the first round. McIntosh boxing out the southpaw style in those black shorts against Mandeep Jangra. Guy that used to live with Roy Jones, spent 8 months at Roy Jones's house before moving down to Tampa, where he now works in 7-Eleven. Says that this is a big opportunity for him. Nice kid. Been speak to him this week. And also Conor McIntosh, what a guy he is, what a story he is, what an inspiration he is as well. Expecting a good one here, guys.
I tell you that McIntosh is a southpaw, and going to give Jangra a little difficulties because it's always tough to fight a southpaw. And I hope that in training, I'm sure that Roy Jones had him sparring with a left-handed fighter to make it, he could accommodate much better. But it's not easy. He's telling the referees warning him about stepping on each other's foot. And that happens when you have a right-handed fighter fighting a left-handed, they step on each other's foot. And the referee just warned him on that.
Yep, certainly does. Also, the best shot for the southpaw is that straight right hand through the middle. I've been doing that. There you go. That's the shot that I was talking about. McIntosh got to be careful of that shot. Good confident start here from McIntosh, taking the center of the ring, just looking to work behind that southpaw jab, but Jangra does look like he carries a bit of power. 7 of his 10 wins coming inside the distance. Good movement there, Joe, as well.
Yeah, he got good style, got good movement. And I remember Amir Khan from United Kingdom, was a great Indian, from his parents from India.
Yeah.
He was one of the great ones. I refereed him several times in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Amir Khan was a great fighter himself back in the day.
Yes, he was.
What I see a lot with a lot of Roy Jones fighters is they keep that hand out. They don't have a tight guard like a traditional boxer. They're always loose and keep that hand out there.
Yeah, the right hand that he threw was a little on the wall side. I didn't like that.
Yep, just with his feet out of distance there. When he let that right hand go, he just needed to move his feet slightly into range by holding his feet the way that he did and throwing the right hand the way he did. He reached and leant forward, which puts himself in a very vulnerable position. Thankfully for him, McIntosh didn't make him pay.
Right.
It seems as if it's just like a feeling out process. These guys are not like a couple of the fights that we've seen. They're sort of testing each other here, but I say that and then they land the ball.
Yep, lot on the line here for both of these guys. It could be a big turning point in their careers. That was a nice little bit of movement there. Good confident start this from McIntosh, actually, because...
Yeah, Hank throw a straight right hand, hit it with a good straight right hand.
Yep, Jangra is the one that's probably coming here, started the favourite.
Referee got a water punch behind the head.
I don't know if there's a little clash of heads there as well, but yeah, bit naughty that punch behind the head, but I think they'll be pleased with that round there. Conor McIntosh started very well, but Jangra does look dangerous, does look heavy-handed. this one really could all be in the balance here, Joe.
It's going to be a difficult fight. When you fight a southpaw, it's always difficult. But the referee, Stephen Blair from Denver, Colorado, has 30 years experience as a referee, and I'm sure he'll be watching him with the punches behind the head.
Yeah, very close round that. Both guys,
Very close.
both guys, you know, working well behind that jab. Big right hands or big left hands coming in. Right hand, sorry, from Jangra, and McIntosh replying with the left hands as well. So this one all poised, all set to be something quite spectacular. Both guys have been talking the talk all week, Joe. Let's now see if they can walk the walk.
You know, a lot of these fighters, when you fight a southpaw, there's a tendency of clashing heads more often than the regular. And you know, if there's an accidental headbutt, you got to go after 4 completed rounds to go to the scorecard. Before that, it would be a no decision. So anything with the accidental, after 4 completed rounds, there's no standing A count, and only the referee and the doctor can stop the fight.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that, but both guys want this so much. You can feel the energy in there from both of these guys. They're taking a look at each other. There's a lot of mutual respect there, Joe. You can just see that, and they both recognise what's on the line for these one. The winner kicks on and gets great opportunities. The loser has to go back, rebuild. This is, you know, it's a difficult thing to do after boxing for a title.
Well, you know, when you lose a fight, you got to go back to the drawing board. But they're both young, and they both have enough time to get up to the championship material. Well, whoever wins this title here can definitely be moving up the ranks. He'll be rated one of the best in the world. But then you got to fight with one of the main sanctioning bodies out there. WBF has been around since 1988, but they want to fight for the green belt, WBC belt, WBA, IBF, or WBO.
Yeah, this is a great stepping stone, isn't it? Great,
For sure.
to give you great leverage to springboard you up into bigger, better things. Not taking anything away from the WBF, but it does set you up and it gives you a good platform.
For sure, definitely, you know, it's the way to go. If you're going to start in boxing, I think that's the right way to go. It's 4 titles, lower division titles, but you develop into the world championship material.
Well, again, both guys sort of having their successes here, albeit little ones at the moment. There's a lot of respect from these two. Good movement there from Mandeep, working well. Oh, lovely movement again, gets a bit wild with that backhand, the right hand. Just wings it over there as well, McIntosh. Got to be careful of that, but lands some good shots himself.
That was a good right-hand punch by McIntosh.
Certainly was.
And you know, that punch like that, the harder punches, the judges got to look at a punch like that. That's a punch that can get you over a little competitive round. But that punch there can sway for the win of that round. To be that we're close to the end of the round now.
McIntosh was acknowledging that strike there from Mandeep, but he was not going to give him any time to breathe.
Yeah, he's had a better second round here, McIntosh, to be fair. He's sort of made a bit of ground up from that first round. Lovely straight left hand through the middle again there from McIntosh.
Here we got 10 seconds to go, and it looks like McIntosh put this round out.
Well, body shot just went in there. He's got to be careful, McIntosh. He doesn't get caught as he's coming in, doesn't get reckless, needs to stay focused. I'm with you, Joe. That could be 1 round apiece there. I think that Jangra may have edged that first round, but McIntosh definitely winning that second round on my scorecard. Punch selection was good, patience was good. Roy Jones just talking to Jangra in the corner there, keeps him standing up as well. Jangra seems pleased with himself. He just whispered into Roy's ears. I wonder what he was saying there. Maybe that he's happy with that. And just looking at the corner there of McIntosh, who's picked up a cut over that left eye, actually. Let's hope that that's not too much of a problem, because that seems to be on the eyelid there, Joe.
Yeah.
And, you know, is that a problem with the blood running into the eye, etc.?
Well, it's a problem because, you know, that's with the muscle of the eyelid is that. And sometimes the doctor will look at that, and if it gets really bad, they may consider stopping the fight. And when it's on the end of the eyebrow, or on the right side or left side, it's not too bad, but in the eyelid is more dangerous.
I I want to ask you, Spencer, you think with an eye injury like that, you feel like Mandeep should go on the attack to the doctor?
Oh, well, listen, that will always inject a bit of energy and a bit of adrenaline into you when you see that you've cut your opponent like that and you're going to target it. Of course you're going to do, but the secret is not to get reckless, not to get complacent, because boxing, 1 second, one punch, and the fight is turned around. At this level, you stay switched on 3 minutes of each round. You make that fundamental mistake, you pay the price. So for Mandeep, yeah, of course he's going to spur him on his do that cut and he'll head for it, but he won't get reckless in his approach.
And it's also very important who's the cut man in the corner. The cut man is a key person to keep that blood from flowing and you don't get blinded. I remember when I refereed Julio Chavez against Oscar De La Hoya, I had to stop it at the, I believe it was at the end of the 4th round, because Chavez was cut and the blood was so much blood coming on the eye, he was blinded by his own blood. He couldn't see well. And I eventually had to end up stopping the fight.
Yeah, remember that fight, remember it very, very well.
The referee did a good job getting in there, didn't let him get hit behind the head. Good job by the referee, Blair.
Yep, broke it up very, very well there, because like you say, Joe, that punch, the rabbit punch to the back of the head is a dangerous shot. Skull not as thick there, it can, you know, can leave damage, so we don't want to see any of that. Big right hand there from Jangra. He's been looking from the opening bell, but no problem. McIntosh takes it well.
Jangra looks like he has a little gash over his eye as well.
Well, his corner must have told him, Roy Jones must have told him, use the right hand, straight right hand, that's a punch for the southpaw.
Good movement again. He's got good lateral movement, isn't he, Mangra?
McIntosh is no stranger to a bloody fight. He even has a professional bare knuckle fight on his record.
Yep, he certainly does. He's sort of been there, seen it, done it, McIntosh. Big character, lovely guy. Funny story, actually, we was in London, Heathrow, London, when I was coming over, and a guy asked me for a photo. And I said, yeah, no problem at all. He took the photo and he said, oh, we're going to a boxing match. My brother's boxing out in Cayman Islands. I said, no way, I'm commentating on it. How weird is that? We just met at the airport, so they turned out to be lovely people as well. And they were there and they were telling me about Conor's journey, what he's been on, what he's gone through, and I respect the guy a lot. And to see him performing like this right now is brilliant.
He certainly had to overcome a lot, you know. And the first, one of the rules in boxing is overcoming the mental battle first. And he's obviously overcome a lot of mental battles in the ring and outside the ring. And he's just enjoying this.
Another close round, but a round that maybe Jangra has won here, Joe, because he's getting success with that right hand. And he slipped lovely side to side there as well. McIntosh maybe getting a little frustrated at the end of that round, but maybe Jangra doing enough in that round to win it with the cleaner shots.
Yeah, I believe so. He hit McIntosh with a couple of good shots. And this round is 1-1 as far as I'm concerned right now.
Well, the corner's just working on McIntosh's eye there, and you're right in what you said. I think the Roy Jones Jr. corner, they're working on a cut there as well. So
This is McIntosh's turn. I got McIntosh winning 2 rounds.
yeah, I've got Jenga winning 2-1 at the moment after 3. First round was close. Jenga winning that 3rd round for sure. I think he was landing the cleanest shots of the 2. So look, this is a subjective scoring. That could have been a very close fight. No one really stamped their authority in this one just yet. Not maybe caught light, but for me, 2-1 for Mandeep Jangra going into this 4th. Jangra looking for that right hand, that looping right hand over the shot top, which is going to be a dangerous shot, and then he throws it through the middle, very, very clever. And there's the response from McIntosh. He tried an injection of pace himself there.
Jangra's throwing the straight right hand, trying to connect, but he missed it. He missed the last two right hands that he threw.
Yeah, he had a success with one before that, and so he got a little bit right hand happy, but if you're going to throw that straight shot, you need to step in with it first. You can't throw the shot and hold your feet because you lean over, leave yourself open for the counter punch, the left hook or the right uppercut.
Jangra, a little bit of showboating here. He's very slick with his movement, though. I got to give him credit. He's slipping a lot of McIntosh punches.
He is, and you know what? When you're doing that, that catches the judge's eye as well. When a round is very, very close, but you're oozing confidence and showing people that you're there and you're controlling the space, owning the space, that can be enough to win you the round sometimes.
But he has to be incredibly careful because even though he's avoiding a lot of McIntosh's punches, when he's moving away from him, his hands are very low, and if he, makes one mistake, this can be lights out.
I remember refereeing Princeton. I seen I met several times. He was like that, his hands over down, but he had good movement. He got away from a lot of punches. Except when he fought Marco-Antonio Barrera. Barrera took him to school.
Yeah, he certainly did. I grew up with Nassim Hamed. We used to box together for England, spar together a lot in the younger days, earlier days. We roomed together. He'd become a very good friend of mine, Naz, and we're still good friends to today. But you're right. I think when he boxed Marco-Antonio Barrera, the fight had left him then. He was still only a young man, but he'd been there, seen it, done it, earned a hell of a lot of money. And I think the desire, that burning passion had left him, and you could see that.
I agree with you 100%. I refereed him 3 times.
Yeah, great young fighter, and we've got 2 good young fighters in here as well. Mandeep Jangra from India taking on Conor McIntosh from Wales for the WBF Super Featherweight title that is vacant at the moment. So both guys want to get their hands on this. Joe Cortez saying, great springboard to move you on to bigger and better stuff. And you can see, Joe, that both guys want this. Real seesaw of a fight, this one. Difficult because neither guy really stamping their authority.
Right. And Jangra gets to the straight right hand.
That was a big shot, and he felt that one. McIntosh.
He hit him twice. The referee put him away. Rightfully so. He wanted him to fight it, keep fighters up at the belt.
He really felt that shot. That was a huge right hand that went around the side.
Yeah.
A huge shot that went in there, and he's standing up, and they're working on that eye now of McIntosh in the corner.
And it seemed like after Jangra landed that punch, he wanted to go in and on the attack and the bell ring.
They haven't called in the doctor yet to check the cut. It's not that bad. They're doing a good job in stopping the blood there. But it's not that serious yet, but they got to watch it close.
At this point, would you have initiated somebody to get the doctor?
I will call in the doctor just to be sure,
Yeah.
To be precautionary measures, you got to take safety first.
But at the moment, it doesn't seem like the cut is bothering either of the fighters too
No.
much. No blood is coming out.
No, it's not.
So the cutman, all credit to him, he's getting that Vaseline in there pretty good.
Well, they put the coagulant, the adrenaline 1,000 to stop the bleeding, but they got to be careful they don't get inside the eye because it can burn the eye too. And that can blind you if you come out with a burning of your eye. So you got to be careful how you apply the medication on there.
Good movement again here from Mandeep Jangra, slipping out the way of the shots, showing great lateral movement actually. Would like to see him coming back with those shots after that movement. You make your opponent a miss, you make him pay, and he's not doing that enough for me, but lands a good right hand there that just forced McIntosh to hold there.
The referee said break, and the guy threw a punch, and he warned him to be careful. You can hit a fight on a break, and he goes down, and you can't continue, you can't be disqualified.
You can just tell that Jangra is oozing confidence here. And he's in a flow, he's in a steady flow. But I tell you what, McIntosh is not going to be intimidated at all by him.
No, but Seaford, you're right there. It's about the old confidence, and at the moment, he seems to be using that at the moment, like you say. Mandeep, very, very tough guy. And he's stalking forward, and he's starting to really sit down on those shots, Joe, now. He's planting his feet and really throwing everything into every shot.
Yeah, he's trying everything he can to throw the punches, but McIntosh is moving well, but that was a slip right there. He twisted his ankle a little bit, and the referee's watching it real close.
Yeah, good work again there from Mandeep, landing that straight right hand through the middle and then slipping and sliding. Jab goes in as well. McIntosh needs to start changing it up here, showing us something, showing us that you can adapt from it a little bit here, because what McIntosh is doing wrong is he's now holding his feet because he's getting caught with some big shots. Yeah. He's not committing himself enough, and when you don't commit yourself, you leave yourself vulnerable and open to, you know, counter punches.
He landed a stiff one there
and
on Jangra.
He just needs to step in and commit himself and come off the line when he's doing that as well.
And this is what I'm telling you about his hands being down, but there you go, he's back on the attack now.
Yeah, he's landing some big shots there and he's forcing McIntosh to hold. McIntosh trying to come back with a good shot of his own.
Referee warning Jangra about hitting behind the head.
Things are heating up now.
But they're not intentional, they're accidental.
Big right hand again there. He's got deceptively long arms as Mandeep. He lets the shot go and he seems to land it. McIntosh just a little slow to move away. Great round here though. McIntosh has had some success himself, and this has been an entertaining card from the beginning right till now.
That was a push, no knockdown by the referee. No knockdown out the belly. That was a push.
I tell you what, that was probably the hardest round to score.
Yeah.
Both guys found success in that round there. I felt like Jangra has been winning the fight thus far, but McIntosh certainly turned it up there, caught him with a nice counter late in the round.
Yep, I'm totally with you on that, Seaford. I think that, you know, it was a good round for McIntosh, and a round that he needed actually, because I had him losing the last couple. Jangra just seems to be getting in a rhythm, getting in a flow, showing some confidence, hands low, driving a right hand through the middle, but McIntosh sort of turned it around a little bit there, and he needed to, didn't he, Joe? Like, he went there and he needed that good couple of right hands landed there to grow in confidence himself.
If he needed, for sure, it means a very competitive fight. I mean, both fighters are throwing good punches. They both had good moments in that last round, but this next couple of rounds will tell the difference. Now we're into the...
yeah, we're coming into the sixth round now. There's that left hand through the middle again, and you can see Mandeep Jangra just smiling up on his toes. He's sort of feeling confident. Dangerous game to play though, keeping those hands down like that.
Well, this is it. That's how he got caught last time, trying to evade. And
well, that was a push. No knockdown.
Yeah,
no, not a knockdown.
Yeah, just off balance, just a little bit there.
Referee Blair doing a good job, keeping control, making the right calls.
Well, body shot goes in there, really whipped that one in. Good body shots again there from Jangra, switching his attacks. Strong guy, isn't he? Very strong guy.
He's very aggressive. He's putting the pressure on. He's putting the pressure.
And his poker face, Jangra's poker face. You could never tell if you're hurting him or if his face. There he goes. He lands a stiff right hand there on McIntosh, but
yep, it's the left hand he's firing through the middle. That's the effective shot. That was good from McIntosh. Both guys now rolling the dice, starting to trade.
They're both banging away.
Yeah, they certainly are. This is rough, tough, and now this is sort of turning into a little bit of a dogfight, isn't it? It's going to, Joe, come down to now that psychological battle. Who wants it? Who, you know, because when it gets tough like this, it becomes a mind game as well.
Exactly, for sure. You don't want to lose that confidence in there, and they're both really trying to keep it.
Yep, not just a physical battle, but a mental one as well. And you just feel that these guys are going to have to visit that place for sure. You know, when a fight is this tough and this is turning into a real seesaw, one guy having a bit of success, then the next guy. This is all in the balance right now. Yeah. Very, very tough fight to score. Just as you think McIntosh is getting on top, Jangra comes back, vice versa.
There's a lot of battles going on in this fight. In fact, fun fact, the two coaches, they got a bit of a bragging rights going on here as well. Can you speak a little bit about that, Spencer?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The referee wanted him to hit him behind the head. Not intentional, but the referee did the right thing by giving him the warning.
It's a right-handed game. He's definitely heavy-handed, isn't he, Mandeep Jangra? And you mentioned, Seaford, earlier about, you know, Conor McIntosh and having the bare-knuckle fights and whatnot. So he's obviously very, very tough, but you just feel that he's going to need it in this one because these guys, you know, when they come from where they've come from, their DNA is tough. You know, they're still, you know, they're fighting to better their lives, get out of a place that they're coming from, and like you can see that in the performance here. It means so much to the pair of these, and another tough round to score there.
It was a very tough round to score. I tell you, you got to try to stay away from even rounds. You don't want to see 10-10 rounds. Okay, but back in the old days, some judges will score 5 rounds even, you know, just because they don't know which way to go. But you have to try to narrow it down to who had the better defense, who had the best ring generalship, the cleaner blows, the harder blows. You got the 4 criteria: the defense, effective aggressiveness, the harder blows, and ring generalship.
Well, first half of the contest gone. Very difficult to separate these two here. Fight could be very much won and lost in this last 6 rounds for sure. Joe Cortez already pointed out it's subjective scoring, what you like, what you go for. Both guys have definitely had their successes. Jangra landed some big left hands through the middle, and McIntosh showed a lot of grit and determination and come back with some good shots of his own. So this could now be down to a 6-round fight. Started as a 12-round fight, but these guys sort of could be starting from here, really.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, very competitive. Both, you gotta give them credit. They're both very hungry. They want to get that vacant title. That's a stepping stone for their career.
Yep, exactly that, and it does give them a good stepping point. The crowd have stayed for this final contest. It's been a packed house here tonight, down in Georgetown, out in the Cayman Islands, for their 2nd ever show that they put on here. It's a special event. A packed capacity, like I say, and the fights have not let us down.
You can see that they're both in great condition. I mean, here we are, you know, halfway through, and you can see neither one of them is really puffing. They're still throwing good hard punches. They're going to keep their guards up good. I mean, it's going to be a tough fight to score, but the last 2 or 3 rounds will tell the difference.
Yep, I sort of agree with that, Joe. It's one of those fights that's very, very tough. You know, both guys very focused. You can see that what it means to them here. They know they're at that crossroads of their career.
Right.
It's an important fight to win.
Well, I'll tell you what, the judging tonight is incredibly questionable, but these 2 guys are giving them something that'll be split right down the middle, at least up until this point of the fight.
Oh, good right hand by...
Yeah, and then Jangra with a left hand, or right hand through the middle, sorry. And when he lands shots like that,
another good right hand.
big shot.
And McIntosh bringing the left hand up because he knows he's getting hit with the right hand.
Yeah, he's got to be careful, McIntosh, because Jangra switching
uppercut.
the attacks there, and he'll loop that right hand over the top. You can see it. He's bringing the hands down there. He's trying to take the focus down to the body, so he lets the shots go over the top. They call it setting a trap,
right.
And that's what Jangra is doing right now.
You gotta let him out.
Jangra says no, that doesn't bother him. I'll tell you what, McIntosh is tough as nails, man. This guy, got hit again there with some serious bombs in this fight, and he just keeps pressing forward, unfazed. And you got to think that Jangra is wondering what in the heck does he have to do to get this guy out of there.
He's got him there with a body shot, big body shot went in, and he felt that one. McIntosh is feeling these body shots for sure. He's felt it, and Jenga's sensed this. This is big trouble here for McIntosh. Bell goes and couldn't have gone at the right time there. That was big, big problems there for McIntosh. All started with a big right hand to the body. Jangra sensed it, looked over to Roy Jones, waved at him, smiled at him, and he was in trouble there with McIntosh. He's going to need this minute, Joe.
Yeah, he needs a minute for rest. He definitely was in serious trouble. And the referee now got to play close attention. If I was the referee, I'd be going in that corner to check him out, see his condition. The referee got to walk over there. Check him out. There you go, he's walking over now.
Yep. Well, the referee doing what you said, Joe, and he's started to look into the corner, he's looked into the eye.
Good. You already told the doctor to watch it over there.
Yeah, very, very good stuff.
Okay, good. Okay. You guys, they know I'm watching, and they know.
I know that. Listen,
you got to go in the corner. The guy's hurt. You know, call in the doctor just because.
Listen, people called the people called Roy Jones Jr. the GOAT, and we call you the GOAT of refereeing. That is for sure.
Yeah.
You've been there, seen it done. It's not a story you can't tell, and there's nothing that you don't know. And I think that these referees respect that, Joe.
Well,
and he looks at you there for that little bit of encouragement.
Well, they know that I'm there to help them out. I look at things from the referee's perspective. I look at it different than everybody else.
And that's a beautiful insight we've had tonight from this commentary position where we've never really heard that before, and it's just fascinating to hear you talk about the third man in the ring, the guy that no one ever talks about.
Right. The third man in the ring is very important.
Absolutely.
Especially when the fighter's hurt or there's a cut. You know, you got to watch real close. You want these fighters to leave out of here, go back to their families, safe and sound.
Right hand again there landed, and it just seemed to take the legs away. McIntosh maybe slipped on the canvas. It is getting hot in there, and so the sweat is dripping down onto that canvas. That makes it very, very slippery, but Mandeep's a difficult guy to read, a box of tricks. He just led off there, the body shot gone in again, and McIntosh has to be careful of that.
I think it's a smart thing for him to do to go back to that body. Obviously, he was hurt in the last round, heading into the corner there. I think that he's smart. He would go right back to that body and try to get that.
Yeah, but this is where McIntosh doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be sitting on that ropes. Now he's waiting. He's getting a little bit too negative. He needs to take the play away from Jangra, because, Joe, right now, Jangra's in control. He's controlling the space and the pace of this fight.
He is, definitely he is. And what it is that McIntosh getting a little winded. I mean, Ganta is putting the pressure. Look at he's showboating a little bit, but he's in good shape though.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's got lots of energy, and you can see he's just sort of growing in confidence. Body shot again there, and McIntosh felt that one. He wanted to hold. One thing's for sure: win, lose or draw here, Joe, McIntosh is going to be sore tomorrow around that rib area.
Somebody going to be peeing blood tomorrow.
Absolutely. There you go. Body shot again, and he's felt that one.
Yeah.
Whoa, big right hand as well there, and McIntosh got to be careful of that whilst defending the body. He's going to leave his chin exposed, and that could be problems, because Jangra's doing a great job of going up and down, punching up and down.
Yeah, the referee's watching real close. He's watching real close. You can see that McIntosh is in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he's in big trouble here. You can see the fight is now starting to get knocked out of him. He's feeling the pace just a little bit now. He's showing incredible resilience and grit and determination.
Joe, did you feel like the referee saw that, because he looked like he just let him go back?
No, he didn't see it. He was on the blind side.
Body shots again, and I've got to tell you, it's not going McIntosh's way at the moment. And Joe, you would have seen this many times before when fighters are getting themselves into a bit of hole, but it takes a special fighter to be able to turn that around.
Exactly. Now the referee's got to go into the corner. Go in the corner. Now he's going to go into the corner. And he's going to call the doctor. You think about it. You got to come in there. You got to come in.
The legendary Joe Cartel pulling double duty.
Okay, the doctor, he coming in? Okay, call it the doctor's coming in. Good, that's what I want to see.
Yeah, just having a look at him in that corner there.
Referee, call time, ref. Get the guy to the neutral corner. Let the doctor check him out. He already checked him out?
Yeah, he checked him out. Referee checked him out. Great work there.
1340, we got your money right here. 18264.
Joe officiating and commentating.
Absolutely, listen, best in the business, and he knows
Well, you know,
when he spots something.
I'm watching for the safety of the fight, okay? You know, I'm not here to criticize the referee, nothing, but the doctor got to come in there. When the fight is straight like that, the referee got to make sure the doctor comes in and checks him out.
Yeah, sure. And the face is starting to look a little marked up now, and the rib cage area will be quite sore at the moment. Of Conor McIntosh is showing a lot of grit and resilience to be hanging in there at the moment, but Jangra just starting to pull away in his last couple of rounds, and that's what McIntosh needed. He's landed some good shots there, and that is a good response from McIntosh.
Well, you know, he saw the doctor came in to check him out, and it kind of woke him up. He said, you know, I better get back into it.
Yep, that's exactly what he needed to do, Joe, was roll that dice, and I think that he'd done that there, and he's been very effective with that. Very impressive.
Jangra just hit it with a good right hand.
Yep, good stuff, good action here in this 9th round. Both guys have given it all their all so far.
You know, this is a vacant title. They both want to get the belt tonight. And they know this will be a stepping stone going in the right direction. And so far, McIntosh is getting hit with a right hand right there. Jangra, good left hand by Jangra. Again, McIntosh getting hit with solid shots. He's dropping his guards too much.
Yeah, this is a good round here from McIntosh, just as he was letting things slip away from him and he needed a good round. He seems to have got that. He's turned it around, he's sort of rolled the dice a little bit, showed a lot of character actually there as a fighter. When things are not going your way and you can turn it around like that, I like that. I like that bit of grit in someone.
Well, I think his coach told him in the corner there, listen, you got to pick it up if you want it in this fight. And he's came out like a bat out of hell for this round.
Okay, don't let it. It's going to stop. Okay. There you go.
Oh, big right hand there again from McIntosh, but look at the response. Oh, big left hook gone in now from Jangra. Body shots as well. McIntosh feeling that, and he's going to have to bite down a little bit here. McIntosh doing the right thing, holding on, but they were big, heavy shots going in there.
Yeah, McIntosh is hurt for sure. Was.
Good response again from McIntosh there. Just where is he finding this from? Brilliant body shot goes in there from Jangra, right underneath the elbow, right into the rib cage. McIntosh takes it well. Joe, what action we've got here?
Jangra hit it with a 3. That's a slip. That's a slip at the belt. But Jangra hit it with a solid left hook.
That was a flush left hand that landed at the end of the round there for Jangra.
The last and final round. This will determine everything. I'm sorry, take it back. It's a championship fight, and we'll go 12 rounds.
Yeah, no, I think we had the international fight was the 10 rounder. This one's for the 12.
Make somebody really sponsor this the way you have. This is just an awesome event. It's good to be here.
Sorry about that, guys. I got caught up in those 10-round fights. But this is 12 rounds for the vacant WBF championship fight.
Yep, listen, Joe Cortez doing a great job, man. He's just keeping his eye on what's going on here with the refereeing. And doing a great job tonight.
Well, we're coming into the 10th round.
I'll tell you what, it's been an incredible event thus far. All credit to...
Yeah, it really has. Both guys have put it all on the line, left it all in the ring here as well. Still 3 rounds to go. And when you have a fight like this is the championships rounds. This is where they show the character, Joe. This is where they have to bite down on their gum shield. Now a psychological battle. The physicalities have left the ring now. This is the mental strength, and who wants it?
McIntosh putting the pressure there. Almost had Jangra in trouble, but Jangra came out of it. It was more of a push than a punch. See that? Wait a minute, ref. You can't do it. Tell the ref.
Referee telling him off there.
Going a bit of a pushing fight now.
Well, it's going to get physical, it's going to get rough, because that's where we're at now. Like I say to you, when it gets like this, you know, and the boxing leaves you because the tiredness, fatigue sets in, it starts getting dirty. It's a dogfight.
Do you think there's a bit of frustration setting into McIntosh as well?
McIntosh knows he got to do something, but he got to keep it clean.
I tell you what, it has to be incredibly frustrating fighting someone like Jangra, who is just constantly showboating in your face and slipping and dodging all your punches.
Yep, these are the sort of guys that, you know, you have to work out. The good fighters can work that out and break them down, and both guys are putting on an incredible fight here. Win, lose or draw, they should be proud of themselves. And Joe, I think the referee's done a great job as well, to be fair, because he's had to control this.
He's doing a good job. He's doing a very good job. He's had 30 years experience from Denver, Colorado. He's been around.
Well, big shots going in there again. He's having a good round here, McIntosh. Just when you thought the fight was slipping away from him, he's come back into it.
He knows he got to pull it out the last rounds.
I tell you what, with 2 rounds left to go in this fight, this is anybody's fight.
With 2 rounds left to go in this fight, I've got it all level after 10. Because this round, for me, McIntosh has done enough to win this round. He's shown good character. Jangra just landed a good right hand there, but he's shown good character in this. And is he just hurt for momentarily there? McIntosh is doing the right thing by holding on. Jangra probably senses that there, because there was a sort of sense of urgency around his work.
Exactly. He knows, you know, I mean, they're both in great condition. I mean, to go to these last rounds like that, and they still look like they're fighting in the first round. Yeah, this is not a, this is like El Torero, the bull.
Yeah, real tough. Oh, both guys there again rolling the dice and letting the shots go. McIntosh taking some big shots. Has Jangra just found a little second win there when he's needed it?
Wow. What an incredible fight thus far. These boys certainly living up to the expectations. They said it was going to be fireworks all fight week.
We got
and
it.
It certainly has been.
Yep, we called it and we backed it, and it's exactly what we've got right from the opening fight, Joe. I think we've had entertainment, and this one has lived up to all expectations. I've got this 10 rounds down, all level going into the last 2 rounds. This could be a 2-round fight. The fight could be won and lost here. I think both guys, both corners know this is close.
Well, you know, we're gonna see we don't know what the judges what they're seeing compared to what we're seeing over here. We were surprised tonight, one of the earlier fights.
Yeah,
you know, one of the things I always said though, I think the judges should be a little bit higher. I think if they're a little bit higher, they got a better vision.
Yeah, that's a great shout, and that could be something that needs to be changed, where you say, like you say, the judges are high, but then does that block the vision of certain paying customers? That's the big problem, I suppose.
I did a study years ago. I call it 2020.
Whoa, good shots there from McIntosh, and again,
he's trying hard.
He's trying so hard. He's going for it here.
He's going for it, but he got to be careful. He doesn't use any rough tactics doing this.
I'll tell you what, McIntosh is a gritty fighter, but Jangra has a chin on him because he hit him hard twice in a row just now.
Listen, both guys have got great chins, great resilience, great determination.
This fight is as good as any other fight you want to see out there.
Oh, absolutely. This is boxing, high quality boxing we're seeing right here.
Right here, WBF vacant title here in Cayman Islands.
Yep, absolutely. What a show it's been tonight. Right from the opening bell, we've had entertainment, we've had thrills, we've had spills, we've had knockdowns, we've had stoppages, and now we are getting guys going to war, standing toe to toe and leaving it all in the ring.
That's it. We got the 11th round. I remember I refereed George Foreman with Michael Mora. If George Foreman was losing every round, the first 9 rounds he was losing them, and in the 10th round he called Michael Mora, and I counted out Michael Mora. So anything can happen in boxing.
Yep, They call these the championship rounds, and this fight, a fight's never over till it's over. That final bell rings in that 12th round. These are the tough ones. These are the ones where now you're not thinking about anything. This is the mental battle now.
Yeah, exactly.
And I tell you what, this is a close round to score again. It's what do you go for here?
You know, McIntosh looked like he's hungry at these last 2 rounds. He's really shown something.
Yeah, he's maybe just for the first time in the contest here. If he wins this round on my scorecard, it'll be the first time in the contest I've had him up on my scorecards.
I tell you, McIntosh got a big heart.
Oh, he has a heart of a lion.
He definitely does.
Great young fighter, that is for sure. You know, you've got to know this kid's journey to get to where he's got here tonight, and a lot of people have written him off in life, not in boxing, in life, and he turned it around. Respect where respect's due.
Got a little sweat over here on the commentary booth.
Yep, that's part and parcel of the job, I suppose. It's better than the blood because that happens as well.
It's better sweat than blood.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, oh, Jangra, just injection of pace here. He's got to be careful, McIntosh. Get his hands up.
He holds on. I think that's the right thing for him to do.
Tough fight to call this one. Tough fight to call.
It seems like Jangra is always picking it up right at the end of the rounds.
Well, that's smart. That's where you've got Roy Jones Jr. in your corner, and he says, listen, whatever happens, last 30 seconds, if this round's close, catch the judge's eye, because that's the one that nicks the round, and that comes from experience. You can only get that from someone like Roy Jones, and he'll know that. Yes, Enzo Macronelli's in the opposite corner. He's a great coach, great fighter as well. But you just sense that Jangra has worked in that, like, you know, like impregnated that into his style. Very, very close fight here to score. Both guys have given it everything. What a fight we've had, Joe. You've been around many, many fights, and you know, this is high quality.
These guys are both fighting championship material, both of them. Okay, the last round. Okay, let's see.
You know, Jangra is really showing a different caliber of Indian boxing, because we don't usually see the Indian nationality at this level, and there he lands a nice. Oh, but then McIntosh answers back.
Yeah, McIntosh knows he got to do it.
But as I was saying, you know, India is really coming up now, especially through Jangra, and it'll be interesting to see.
Well,
Oh, body shot landed there, and he felt that, McIntosh. He definitely felt that shot.
You know, Amir Khan from India, his parents were from India. He was one of the great fighters. He lived in the United Kingdom, raised in the United Kingdom.
Oh, body shot again, and he's felt it. He's just bent over a bit there. He's got to keep himself together. Arms have gone behind the head. He's feeling these body shots, and Jangra has sensed this, guys. I think he's sensed it. He's looking for that opening.
Jangra has certainly picked up a second win here. And McIntosh, on the other hand, he looks very labored at this point.
Yeah, he's starting to feel the pace now. There's been a lot gone into it. Both guys have put a lot into it. Big uppercut missed. McIntosh makes him pay for that and comes back. Good right hand as well. Oh, good finish to the round. No, big right hand back.
These boys are some serious warriors. What a fight. What a fight.
These fans are getting their money's worth tonight.
Wow, they really, really are. What a fight this is, as you say. Like, both guys here have given it everything. Oh, big shot there. Again from Jangra, and he lands the right as well.
How about it? Good job, referee, good job.
Yep, referee doing a great job there. Left, right hand going in. McIntosh comes back with a left of his own. Nothing left with these two now. This is all the mental battle. They are both standing toe to toe in the, giving it everything. What a fight.
McIntosh got hit with some shot.
Yep, he's been hit with a big shot and body shot again. Jangra trying to push him down there, trying everything he can, but McIntosh showing true grit, heart of a lion.
I tell you, he got a heart. And he got a heart. I mean, the guy's unbelievable. McIntosh is taking some good punches. Anybody else would have gone down.
Yeah.
And he's standing there with him to the end.
He is tough.
He's not a quitter.
No, he isn't a quitter. And again, like Spencer alluded to earlier, he's been through so much battles in his life.
Oh, hey, McIntosh in trouble.
Oh, big hand going in again there. Where are they finding this to stand up? Both guys getting hit. Seesaw of a fight. What a fight they've got here.
A win or lose for McIntosh. His hardest battles has been won already.
I've got it a draw. I've got that a draw. I cannot split them. I think that Jangra started very well. McIntosh come back in the middle rounds. Then Jangra had a round. Then McIntosh come back. I've got it all a draw there. Very, very close. What do you go for? Jangra had his moments. He had the eye-catching stuff, but the grit, the determination, the resilience of McIntosh, you can't be denied.
Anybody else would have went down. He stood up all the way to the end. He thought he can do it. It was a very competitive fight. You know, we're going to see now who takes that belt home tonight. WBF Super Featherweight Title.
Well, whoever takes it home's earned that belt tonight, that is for sure. This fight is razor close. You know, I felt I had it, a draw in the end. I've got it.
I see it as a draw as well. I can see someone making a case for Jangra slipping away with it. But I can also see McIntosh slipping away with it as well. This fight is anybody's fight.
Yep, 114 on my scorecard. That's where I'm at with it. 114 apiece.
I'll tell you what, it certainly lived up to the expectations. These boys came out and they left it all in the ring, left it all on the line. Through 12 rounds, from start to finish, it was all fireworks as promised.
Well, I saw, this is Joe here, I saw Jangra winning this fight. It was close, competitive on both sides, but I think Jangra pulled it away.
Yeah, very, very close.
But McIntosh got nothing to be ashamed of. He got a heart of gold, and I think he got a championship future ahead of him as well. He's not finished. Both of these guys could go all the way, both of them.
He showed a lot of bollocks, man. He showed a lot of bollocks, a lot of grit, and he come back, mate. I've got it. Yep, what a fight, what a contest there. No one knows which way this is going to go. Listen, the great Joe Cortez is here. He's unsure. You know, it's one of those fights, a real seesaw of a fight where you go, the rounds were close. The guys were showing a lot of character, a lot of grit. They were both hurt. They were both coming back to show resilience. They were showing the mindset of champions in there.
I think the referee did a good job, and he kept control. There was some pushing, some foul tactics in there. He took control of it. He didn't have to take any points, and I'm glad he didn't, because you don't want to see a fighter win a fight because of a point deduction.
Yeah, very, very close fight that. It's going to be interesting to see the way this has gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the referee calls both the boxers to the center for the official decision. Let's cheer for both warriors. What an epic contest in tonight's main event. And at the 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Ed Pearson, 117 to 111. Joel Scobie, 118 to 110. And Dale Ramoon, 118 to 110.
That's way too
All
wide.
three in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And now your WBF Super Featherweight Champion of the world, from India, Mandeep Jangra.
Well, Jangra gets it far too wide on the scorecards for me. You can't argue with the
And let's
decision.
go for your
He may have nicked it with a cleaner work, the heavier punches, but you can't deny what a good performance that was from young Conor McIntosh. He can come back from that, guys. I think that, you know, you can look at that, come back from it, but what a fight, what a performance from both guys.
What a beautiful fight indeed. I tell you what, I thought the decision was a lot closer than that, but I don't argue with who the winner is. I think